All right, what up, Flock? This is RJ Dab. On this week's session, we have a very special guest. His name is Dr. Travis Davis. You may know him from social media and from his other entrepreneurial pursuits. But we're going to learn a little bit about him today, see how he got to where he is, and see what information he has for us. How can we become entrepreneurs? How can we get to where he is? And so, thank you, Dr. Travis, once again for just taking this time out of your day to join us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anytime I can help somebody better themselves, I'm available. I'll make sure I can do it.
Man, that's a blessing. I think that's one of the things that we're missing in our community sometimes, is being willing to help out our brothers and sisters, no matter where they are, and just lending out a helping hand. So what you're doing today, a leader, and we appreciate that. So thank you, sir. So if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, like kind of where you grew up, was both parents in the home? Did you go to a public school, private school? Just a little bit about your upbringing and who you were.
Great. So as of right now, I'm 32 years old, serial entrepreneur, investor. I've been an entrepreneur and investor now a little over 10 years. I've been doing having great success in a little over 10 years.
Mhm.
Uh, Probably did my first entrepreneurial job at 16. I started my own company called Tech Bites,
Okay.
where we were actually fixing computers. Well, me per se, fixing computers in the local area, as well as the school. I found some issues, resolved, fixed a computer because I was always a technology geek.
Hmm.
I grew up in Prince William County area, little Manassas, Virginia, and Woodbridge, Virginia. I graduated from Hilton High School, top defensive end linebacker there. Went on to play at Virginia State. Uh,
Mm.
and I ended up breaking my leg, and I broke my leg my sophomore year, shattered the tib fib in my ankle, my first injury that ever happened to me. So
Hmm.
I was
That's a
kind of,
big deal.
oh man, I went into depression
Yeah.
because the doctor told me he was just trying to get me to walk again, let alone run. So
Wow.
kind of went into depression mode at that time, sophomore year. Snapped out of it after a little while, people talking to me, and went on to join my brother's a Cap Alpha, and started to introduce me to other people. So, growing up, had both of my parents in the household, and they divorced about a year, had problems and things like that. My mom was just always working 24/7. I tell people to still count on one hand the times that my parents in my sporting events. And, I'm telling you, I'm one of the top players, and they had to work, or my dad was doing this thing. Um,
Hmm.
so they went in and got divorced. My eighth grade year. That's when we ended up moving here to Woodbridge. Um, didn't look back then, so I learn how to grind back then, man, and
Hmm.
met some individuals that showed me some things of how to make money. Wasn't the most legit way to make money,
All
but
right.
that actually was the start of becoming. I have an older brother as well, uh, and I've seen both sides. So
Hmm.
I've seen the drug user and the drug dealer, the worst drug user, the top drug dealer, and then blessings to my aunt and uncle, uh, and my mom, because she enabled it to happen for me to with my aunt and uncle here in Prince George's County. Summer times and the winter time, she just made me get away from where I was
Hmm.
and come up here with them, and they're millionaire business owners,
All right.
doing government IT contracting. So once again, I was able to see both sides. Someone who's extremely successful in business, and I was able to see that other people were starting business, but they weren't successful. They were still trying to figure it out, and I seen them quit, and it all just was the same thing to me. You know,
Hmm.
I started to learn motion and things out of what was going on around me, and just really look at the business of what's happening. And as I went through college, I got on boards. Like I'm student union boards, everything. I
Mhm.
just wanted to be a part of everything that involved the business, so I could understand how it was flowing. And then ended up working with a great mentor named Face J down in Virginia State. We ended up throwing some of the livest events that was ever going on. He already had his company going, but when I got down there, I wanted to do events, and you know, I'm the type person I don't like to compete. Right? It's just too
Mhm.
much money out here to compete if we could just come together and do it on a bigger scale, because
Mhm.
there's more money if we can do it bigger, and
Yes.
make it last too.
Mhm.
So we ended up doing that, man. We had a good run for about 5 years.
Mhm.
Had an awesome time with him, and we ended up doing the biggest step show that ever came out there to Virginia State.
Mhm.
I learned because of my business ventures, I just learned how to put more people in the house. So
Okay. Yeah.
that was the first time that we had a step show with a stage on it, and it was a successful event with tons of hiccups that happened. And I ended up graduating, coming down here, becoming a program manager, and we just started a big project, Obamacare, when it first happened, and there was 3 people on the help desk. Myself was one running it, and one day I ran into the headquarters office where I was working at to fix their printer.
Mhm.
I seen an invoice with my name on it that they were billing the customer, and
Okay.
I noticed that they were billing 10 times the amount that they were paying me.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, I got to know more about this. I need to figure out what my time really means.
Okay.
Mm. My time, what I thought it meant from all these years, wasn't what I really thought thought it was. It wasn't true, right? So I didn't know what the hell I was going to do, but I went to all the customers because I've been working for this company for a long time, and I've been at the Navy Corps, Army Corps Engineers, CIA, DOE. I've been in all these buildings, so I started talking to customers. Hey, if I started a company, would you guys, let me know what to do, how to do business with you guys? Everybody's like, yeah, we'll work with you and help you the best we can. So I'm like, well, go to the owner of the company. I'm like, look, I quit tomorrow. She's like, what? You can't quit tomorrow. And I go, yeah, I'm definitely quitting tomorrow. Had no clue
Mhm.
what I was going to do, but I had a strategy. And he doesn't know it, but Diddy is my mentor, and
Okay.
he don't know it, but
Yeah.
I know it because I follow everything that he does. So
Mhm.
when he makes a move and he changes, I like to see why. Why is he doing that? And the reason I chose Diddy is because you know um, I was always intrigued that he made somebody go across a bridge to get cheesecake. And
I remember that making the band.
so I'm thinking that's extreme power right there.
Mhm.
But it wasn't the power that he made somebody to go across the bridge to get cheesecake. It was the power that somebody thought that he possessed enough knowledge, enough possibility that they were willing to go across this bridge
Wow.
to get cheesecake.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, damn, I gotta get smarter. I gotta get brighter. I gotta do things a smart way. Diddy not working hard. Diddy doing things fast. Diddy doing things smart. So when I started to look at things, I'm like, hold on. The way I'm working, and Obamacare just came. We were doing like 14-hour days. Websites was crashing. I'm like, hold on. I see an opportunity here that the numbers say we got to hire way more people,
Mhm.
and the company that I'm at, they not even ready to hire all these people right now. So let me spin up my company. I'm going to tell them I quit and see what happens. I know they
Okay.
need me because I'm the program manager. Like I run.
Yeah.
So when I tell him I quit, I had every intention of quitting and just winging it, and I was going to write things like, "Hey, this is what I've been doing." But she actually laughed at me and goes, "You're not quitting." And I'm like, "What?
Wow.
I'm quitting." And she goes, "Like, you're definitely not quitting." So I go, "Listen, I'm quitting, and it ain't nothing else to talk about." She goes, "Well, look, I figured we would get to this day because you're pretty smart, but I want to say this: what if you do start your own company, and what are you going to do after that?" I'm like, "Well, first I could start by saying I'll contract myself back to you."
Yeah.
Now I did that because now I knew that she knew I was serious about me quitting. She knew that I looked into this.
Hmm.
I made an agreement that I'll contract myself back to her. She can only make $1 an hour off of me, and I need all the rest of the money to come back. And
Yeah.
that was the start of me understanding my time is worth way more than what I thought.
Hmm.
Uh, Once I started getting that going, I had over 60 employees, and I
Wow.
realized I need to back up off this thing. Like, I'm not even doing myself justice working because I have enough coming in right now to supply me. I will say, man, I almost killed myself 3 times. Like,
Like from depression, or what do you mean?
oh man, from partying, man. I've never
Ah,
had
all right,
never
yeah.
had that much money in my life. I told you, my mom was always working, and my dad was out in the streets. So, it was finally a break for me. I thought that I had everything that everybody could ever dream of. Like, this was the money that they were talking about.
Hmm.
I mean, you name it. You could be in Chicago. My boys call me from Chicago. Never been to Chicago before, so
Hmm.
this is how you know I'm serious about what I'm saying. He calls me and he's like, "This is right before St. Patrick's Day," and he's like, "Oh man, it's a crazy. Chicago gets crazy on St. Patrick's Day. They paint the river green,
Hmm.
and the party's insane." And I'm like, "So that party might be like it was like the next day." And I'm like, "Well, hell, I'm stopping everything I'm doing, and I'm in Chicago. Went and booked a flight, man."
Man, yeah.
That's the type stuff that I was on for about 2 years. And my accountant ended up calling me and let me know you blew $250,000 in liquor, hotels,
Wow.
travel, and I'm like, that was stupid.
Right.
Stupid. And I ended up running into a mentor, Jewel Taker, my realtor. He gave me some tickets to a networking event. Now, mind you, I'm a hood person, man.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I've learned my skill set majority from. So, um, networking events I always thought was scams and a
Hmm.
bunch of people trying to be in a cult, things like that. So my realtor gave me these tickets to go down to the National Harbor at the Gaylord. They had some power networking event, and same thing was happening. I planned to go to Vegas that weekend, and the networking event was the same weekend. And I just realized come Thursday, and I'm like, damn, I got a decision. The party in Vegas gonna be lit, but my accountant just told me that I blew money, and I gotta stop. Like, living to what I decided to go to the networking conference. Ran into the lovely Dr. Jewel Taker, and she started teaching me about Forex trading. Um,
Hmm.
Dove into Forex trading, got ended up taking $1,000 to 10,000 in a week, and then
Wow.
before you knew it, I started taking it a little more serious and ended up trading over 6 figures. Uh,
Wow.
uh, I got intrigued on business and investing, and I opened up a um, well, I helped partner to open up a club Terrapins Turf out here in College Park that
Hmm.
my partners taught me what 15% really is. So that didn't come out the best. I got involved in a hair salon. That was awful. Um, Car dealership came out great. Partners got greedy,
Mm.
cut ties with them. Um, and I've been jumping in and out of opportunities numerous opportunities, scammers galore. I probably done got scammed over about at least $70,000 of people
Man.
of opportunities. But I take that as a blessing that I was able to be fortunate enough to do that because it actually put me to where I am today. So
Yeah.
you know, um, I don't allow things to stress me out. Those are just all hiccups in the road to stress you out.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Out of the $70,000 of being scammed after partying $250,000 away, you recognize that there was just a bump in the road, a hiccup. It wasn't who you were. It wasn't your permanent place in life.
Oh, absolutely. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, man. And so before we do move on, though, just for those who aren't aware of Forex trading, would you mind like just giving a brief introduction to it? Are you able to?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The forex trading is the foreign exchange market is a $5.34 trillion a day market.
Mm,
Um, a lot of us, including myself at the time, I was not aware of this. And the foreign exchange market is open 24 hours a day. It closes Friday at 5 o'clock, opens up at Sunday at 5 o'clock. And we interact with this every day, but we're consumers on the other
mhm.
side, and the banks are taking our money. The money that we put in the bank, they're trading on this market. And these are banks from all around the world, businesses, the government, everybody's trading our money. And I told you 5.34 trillion a day,
It's
largest
a
market
lot.
in the world. It's a lot of money being exchanged on this market. And we have the opportunity now that has been made available to get educated, and you can do everything from your cell phone. It's something that I think everybody should try at least because I don't like to. If it's an opportunity that I can make something that I've never seen, then it's worth me putting forth the effort to try to figure it out.
Most
Uh,
definitely.
so I definitely encourage everybody to try that. What we actually have in my company with the Elite Fortune Group, that's one of the main things that I make sure that I teach every day, Monday through Friday. We go live at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. I have a trade house,
Mhm.
so we live trading that's going on those sessions, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And then Thursday's 9 p.m. session and Friday's 9 a.m. session. We do more teaching and showing you exactly how to mark up your charts and really getting acquainted to what's going on into this system, as well as you can trade Bitcoin and
Hmm.
cryptocurrencies as well. So cryptocurrency is huge, and it's something that everybody should definitely take a look into.
Okay. And now the live trainings that you do, are they free to the public? Can anybody find them? Or and if so, how would they find them?
Oh, great question. Well, we don't have them free, but I'm usually doing deals all of the time. We just it might still be up. I don't know, but we'll always put the deals that we have for you to come in and see what we have to offer.
Hmm.
It's scam so much that I don't want people to think that I have a scam. So usually I'll do something like from November to up until now, we're getting ready to change it. I did $1 for 30 days
Okay.
uh, that you could come in, test out everything that we offer. And then it turns into 150 a month after that, or 297 a month. It all depends on how you come into the system, honestly.
Hmm.
Uh, and that's the aspect of what we teach there, how to do that.
Right. Now that's the Elite Fortune Group, correct?
Yes.
All right, cool. And I'll be sure to post all your links, anything that I get from you, for the public to be able to find out. I'll make sure they're in the description. And before we go even further into your business, though, I do want to get a little bit more background information. And one of the reasons I like doing this is because we come from all walks of life, black men. Some of us are born in the burbs our whole life and end up in the hood before we die. Some of us are born in the hood and end up in the burbs before we die. So I want us to see that not only are we all different, but regardless of where you come from, what you do, you have an opportunity to make some of the same things, some of the same opportunities. And so one of the things that you mentioned was the scams, the money being blown. How were you able to continue forward? How were you able not to give up and just keep going with what you were doing in the first place?
Oh man, that is the number one question, man.
Hmm.
I would say the first 2 or 3 times that I got scammed, man, it tore me apart. Like my very first scam, man, it's that David Anderson. And I say his name
That's
because
right. Call them out.
hey, that's who I am.
Hmm.
He got me on this real estate deal. I never do business with people in Atlanta.
Okay.
They scam too much. This guy, man, he got me for about $50,000 and real
Yeah.
estate tax liens, and he ended up getting me. And man, everything in me wanted to, and this is what really woke me up to make me understand. I need to do things differently, and most importantly, I have to get myself away from the people who I was around. Um,
Hmm.
Cause when that happened, man, we was about to go locked and loaded. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You
50
know,
G's is a lot, bro.
I ended up running into one of my other mentors, Myron Golden. And he started speaking with me, and a key thing that was stated was, "Did that person physically harm you?" And uh, no, I told him, "Nah, he didn't physically harm me." So he goes, "All right, so you lost $50,000. How long did it take you to get that?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, hell, it took me about 26 years. That's how old I am. So, I mean, that's how long it took me." And he started laughing and he goes, "No, I didn't take you that long. It took you about a year or so." So he goes, "Now, what if I told you that by you giving him attention, that he's taken away from what I'm giving you? Like, you're giving him more attention than what you're giving me is being disrespectful to me."
Wow.
I'm like, "Yo, this dude being disrespectful. I don't tolerate disrespect on
Yeah.
no levels." So he said, "Well, what if I told you you're being disrespectful to me by allowing a person who didn't touch you, he didn't harm you, to completely control your mind, that you're not even thinking about the actions that you're about to take?" He goes, "Because that $50,000 that you just got in a year or so, you're willing to give up your whole life for $50,000, and
Wow.
then say, 'Damn, I got to bust my ass and get $50,000.'"
Hmm.
You know, and with him literally telling me that I'm disrespecting, man, I had to really think. Really, man, I actually, I wrote a whole constitution, man. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I wrote a whole constitution, and I read this to my team all the time, but the bottom of it was the words that really caught my attention, and it was, "Today." Well, this is what really got my mindset going, because once again, the mind is the most powerful thing. But today I will watch my thoughts, for my thoughts determine my words. Today I will watch my words, for my words determine my actions. Today I will watch my actions, for my actions determine my habits. Today I will watch my habits, for my habits determine my character. My character, because my character determines my destiny. Today I will build my legacy the correct way. So
Wow. Yeah.
every day I just remember, like, man, I'm here to build a $8,000 ain't touching my legacy.
There you go, man. I know not only was that a like an awesome point, but awesome the fact that you had a mentor to go to in that time when you were upset, when you were willing to ready to risk it all for 50 G's. I mean, I don't know. I haven't got to that level yet, so I don't know what that would feel like. But I got played for $50 before, and it didn't feel good. So 50 G's is like rough, you know what I mean? And so, but the fact that you had that mentor there already in place, have you found, because you mentioned mentors a few times now, what benefit do you see from having mentors in your life?
Great question. I'm a firm believer of mentors. We probably had about 10 in our coaching program the last quarter. But I believe that you should look to get a new mentor at least every year. Um,
Mhm.
right now, I'm doing it every. order, the new
Mm-hmm.
mentor. And the reason why you want mentors is because they're going to fast track you to everything. You know, everything that we learn about the process of how to make money is the shit is lies. The
Mm-hmm.
education system was a lie. The government, all this stuff was lies, right? And a mentor has been trial and tested like myself, right? You know, we took that leap of faith and we got punched and kicked and beat up, and we still made it through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you get a mentor because I'm telling you, you're gonna get punched, you're gonna get kicked, stabbed, shot, all of this, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, but if you don't have that person in your corner who's been through it to tell you it's okay. You know, you can do better. Like, don't break right there because you broke right there, and if you didn't break, it was just right, like just
Right.
2 days, it was right there. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so that person is able to see that you just hit a wall, right? But the mentor is there; they don't have the blind view. Right? You can only see this way because that's you. This is your vision. That's all you want. You can only see straight. Well, a
Mm-hmm.
mentor, they don't give a damn about your vision. You know, they're being practical about what's going on, and they can
Ah,
see on the other side of the wall that you
yeah.
can't see. So the
Mm-hmm.
mentor has to take you over to the right so you can get around that wall and get back on track.
Man, that was a great reason for having a mentor, man. Like I can see that not only did they play a part in your life, you're convinced in the power of having a mentor and not only having one, but being one. And so I want to ask you, because you say you look for a mentor every quarter. Before there was you suggest that people have a mentor, at least a new one once a year. So how would someone go about finding a mentor? Are you able to share that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I always say y- you have to go in looking for the mentor of what you want to go towards. Like, what success do you want? Because you have to find that mentor that fits you, who
Hmm.
you. There's a lot of mentors out here that's just selling to make money. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make money.
Hmm.
So you have to find that mentor that's not in it about the money because money ain't no it's not an issue to them. But if you're going to take their time, you got to pay them. But you have to know what value you're getting out of them. Don't just get a mentor to say, "Hey, I got a mentor." Like when you get a mentor, it's for a reason. Like I need you to help get me past this wall. Like,
Hmm.
well, take the mentor up to the wall. But if you go get a mentor and you're not willing to take them to the wall where you're stuck at, then you just wasted your money on a mentor because you wouldn't open up. You kept
Hmm.
hiding things and not wondering what is this person doing for me to help you. You're holding yourself back from helping yourself because you won't allow them in.
So you didn't say it exactly, but it sounds like you're saying sometimes our ego can get in the way from truly being helped by another person because of whether it's pride or shame for something we want to hide. We can limit how much benefit we get from a mentor by not truly being open and honest and being upfront with them.
Oh man, absolutely. I've had students, uh, because I'm like a financial mentor. I'm
Hmm.
all about getting your finances right. So I had a student that was scared to open their finances up to me, and it took me 2 weeks of me just letting them know, like, hey, my guy, look, your finances ain't interrupted anything that I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see your finances be the nosy person. Like, I'm truly trying to help you. But, if you don't want to receive this help, I'm also not going to spend a bunch of time trying to drill it into you because, and what my mentors also taught me, we all have 24 hours and there's a load of people out here in this universe.
Yeah.
Just don't have time to BS with you. If I'm asking you to do something and I've done it and I'm trying to explain to you, you you only get but so many times to keep fighting back.
Hmm.
Is going to turn and go to the person who wants to help them because not all money is good money. I would rather have money coming from somebody who's ready to hustle than to just collect money from people to say that, I'm getting my subscriptions from multiple people, because, if it's nothing worse than somebody having a subscription with me and they're not taking advantage of what I'm doing. I'd rather just give you your money back.
Right.
And that's why I do my plan how it is, the dollar for 30 days, because like, if you ain't doing nothing, quit.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Because I mean, if they are paying money and they're not getting any benefit from it, primarily because they're not investing themselves in it, they still have an opportunity to tell other people like, don't do it because it doesn't work. But the reality is, you didn't put into it everything that you want to get out of it, so don't expect anything out of it. That's, yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
most definitely. Real quick, I know you said that you've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I think you said, or was there a certain time where you decided that? Was there a certain time where you decided that this is definitely what you want to do as far as becoming an entrepreneur?
I think it probably finally hit me at about 28. Like, yeah, this is full time. This is how this is how it's supposed to go.
Hmm.
And this is what I'm gonna put all of my passion towards. I It's nothing worse than, to hear, all I hear is my family around me and, my friends around me complaining about the way that their lives are going. And at first that used to consume me. And then, when that hit me, that bug hit me, um, and I started being around different people who weren't complaining, who weren't making excuses, and who literally were just trying things, because that's what it's all about. Is you just gotta try with a plan, but try.
Hmm. Hmm.
And once I seen how easy it is when you just try, like, and I realized it's just the same thing with everything in life. When we grew up, when we're kids, we always try. They
Hmm.
say don't jump off the couch. You wait until they turn their head and you do it because you want to know
Yes.
can you plan,
Right.
right? And it's all of the same stuff. It's just that they start taking away our capabilities of thinking, right?
Hmm.
Um, as we go through school,
Hmm.
with math, for instance. You know, um, I could tell you two times two is four. And I could tell you that, tell you that, tell you that, and I put it on the paper and I say, question one, two times two. And if you write just four on that paper, I'm gonna mark it wrong, because why? You didn't show me your work,
Ah,
right?
yeah. Hmm.
Taking away your thinking capabilities, because there's more ways that I can get that answer than what you taught me that two
Ah.
times two is.
Hmm.
You're taking away my creative capabilities by saying this is the only one way
Yeah.
that you can still be four, right? So as you develop, it's the same thing in school. As you get older, chemistry, it's the only one way that these chemicals can combine together to do, it's a continued pattern. Now it's in your household. The only way that you're going to be successful is to go to college. Then
Mm.
after you get out of college, you need to go to grad school. And after that, that's the only way. The only way that you can get up to Fortune 500 is starting at the bottom and then staying in the company for 30 years. The only way that you can retire is to have proper 401k and investment and wait until you're 65. Like, all of this shit is lies.
Right.
So once I realized that at that age of 28, that hold on, you're actually capping me by telling me, this is how much you're going to pay me per hour. Hell, I could tell everybody in America how much I'm going to pay you per hour. I can go on Google and I can put your job title in and the area you in, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much I'm going to pay you, and I'm not going to pay you a penny more,
Right.
right? But I want you to work like a slave
Hmm.
for 8 hours, maybe nine, sometimes 10, right?
Hmm.
Give you a little pat on the back, give you a gift card, job well done. And the issue is, and these are all the things that's running in my mind and making me go be an entrepreneur. I'm like, well, if they're doing that to me, I need to do that too. And I
Yeah.
realized that this school, this education system, it's like a farm of slaves.
Mm.
And
Thank you, bro.
if I can just create and people always say that this is so harsh, but hey, it is what it is. You know, the government says, hey, we the ultimate slave master.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know that some slaves are too smart, and we can't control you completely. So let's play fair, man. Look, if you do what we ask you to do, we'll give you perks. Donald Trump paid taxes. Why? Because he was a good slave master.
Yeah.
He knew how to do what you asked me to do, so I don't get charged taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So he took the losses and the proper things that are in place, that
Mm-hmm.
I can take advantage of, you can take advantage, the whole world could take advantage of. He just read what was in place by being that slave that's not doing what every other slave is doing. He didn't
Yeah.
fall in line and say, look, I know y'all told me to shackle up and go straight. I know you told me to go to school until college, but he stepped outside the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's millions of him.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, it's more of us. So the government says, look, if you do that, man, we'll give you a break. Right? We'll give you some tax breaks, some benefits. So thank you for doing that. But we want you to hire our slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Every group, like I think it's like every 25 employees or 50 employees, like you get another break.
Wow.
So every time you get and hire more slaves, they're giving you more breaks. So when I do this and I'm thinking about, my companies that I have and I'm hiring people's time, I bring people in for a goal. Like we have a reason that we're here. And if you're not on board with what I got going on, I'm not talking to you. I don't want to work with you
Mm-hmm.
because I know that the system got me some more slaves that I can go pick through.
Exactly.
At any time, I can go get workers.
Mm-hmm.
They all out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I can't be that person in the pot looking for a job. I'm looking on YouTube, who got a job, who got that. Well, if you take that same energy that you took to ask people who got a job and do that, you could do it for yourself and make 10 times the amount that job just told you that you could make for 8 hours.
Yeah. You're right, man. I mean, I'm so glad you said that. This is something I've been sitting on and not wanting to. Didn't know exactly how I was going to bring it out, but the fact that you use the same terminology, we slaves, man. I still work a 9 to 5, and the thing is, if I don't go work for the boss, then they're gonna whip me. They're gonna come take my house. They're gonna come take my car. They're gonna put my family out on the street. So I don't have a choice. I got to go to work because I got to pay back those student loans. I got to pay these taxes. I got to pay for this car. And so until I own my own business and working for myself and paying others to work for me, then I'm essentially in the same system my ancestors were in. I mean, I do have it a lot better, but we got to do better. We got to do more for ourselves. And this is something that I think is really hurting the Black community with not realizing that we got to do these things for ourselves because we're doing them. We're breaking our backs for these companies. People get a job at this Fortune 500 institution or that one, and they feel really good about themselves because it's a big company and they had to do a lot of work to get there, and it's great. But as you said, like you saw the paper, how much they were charging versus how much they were paying you. There's a big gap there. There's a huge gap, and that hurts once you realize that your time is a lot more valuable for your company than it is for you. And I want everybody to hear that, man. I want everybody to get that in their mental just because tomorrow when they go to work, I want them to be thinking about, I could be doing so much better if I was doing this for myself, if I was doing this for my family and teaching others about this. Because as you said, Trump, he's right up front and center now. Everybody can see him. Everybody can see where he came from, what he did and how he did it. And the fact that he brags from the White House that he don't pay taxes. And all we can do is sit there and look at him. Like, that's not cool, man. So, real quick before you go, if you had an opportunity to speak to the 16-year-old Dr. Travis today, so the person you are today, if you had an opportunity to go back half of your life, you're 32, so 16 years old, what would you tell the 16-year-old Travis?
The 16-year-old Travis, I would tell him to learn what the hell money is about. Really understand what money is, not what I thought money was. They teach us money to be an emotion, and
Hmm.
this right here, this holds no value. The only value of it are emotions. So, um, the 16-year-old me, I would start thinking about what I'm really doing with that emotion right here and understanding my purchases. And I preach this to my team all the time. And my members, you have to understand what an asset is. So, assets equal liability plus owner's equity. And when I was younger, and honestly, I mean, hell, I just woke up maybe 3 years ago to really understand what assets and money are. Because literally, the way we were trained that if I go to the store and purchase this iPhone, let's say it costs $1,000 for this iPhone.
Right.
The way that we've been trained in our mind was, I paid $1,000 for this iPhone. I'm out of $1,000. Like, what did I do? I closed my books on a cash basis. But I've learned that the world runs you like a business. So what they told us credit was, as far as when you get paid, you think you get a credit, right? You get a credit, $1,500 in your paycheck. But they put it in their books as a debit, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so,
Wow.
when they get money coming in, it's a debit, not a credit. Credits are expensive. Everything else is a debit. So when I go to purchase this phone for $1,000 and I have my cash-based books that I close, I say, hey, I just lost $1,000. But what I know today, I just purchased this phone for $1,000. It's still $1,000 that I got in my hand, right? Like this $1,000 didn't go anywhere. I could go right back on the market and sell this again for $1,000 like I just paid for. But I got to think differently. So instead, I got to say, hey, I just transferred $1,000 into another asset. I still have my $1,000, just in case if I ever need it. This is just a new line item in my book.
Okay.
So if I ever needed $1,000, here's $1,000, take it. But one beauty about assets is assets that, they can move up and down. So knowing who I am right now and knowing my value, my time, and knowing who I got in this phone that cost me $1,000 in my worksheets and my pictures that I got in this phone. Well, you said it was $1,000, but I'm telling you, this is $5,000 right now, and I can sell it. All right, this $1,000 that I spent in my mind. All right, but now that I know is an asset, I just said it's no longer $1,000; it's $5,000. How can I make this same iPhone $5,000 that you got in your hand? Well, hell, I just told you I'm giving you my whole contact list. I'm giving you 24-hour support in case you don't know what a contact is. You can call me and ask me about the contact. I'm giving you every file or every email that I've ever had. I'm giving you every trade that I've ever made. I'm making my phone $5,000.
Wow.
And I'm not talking to everybody either, because everybody, there's no way that you can sell the phone for $5,000. There's no way. Well, guess what? 3 billion people on the internet. I just need one person.
Yeah.
I will hold my $1,000 asset, make money off of it until I find the one person that's willing to give me $5,000 for it.
Yeah, because a thing is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. And if someone sees value in your trades to learn how to trade, if they see value in your contacts to be able to have access to those people, the pictures, whatever it is, someone will pay for it.
That's it, man. So I would really teach myself to understand purchase, because I hear so many people tell me they don't have money, and then I go walk in their house. Money sitting on these walls. You got you got cups, those tables, couch. You got the mindset, never lose your money. You just transferred it. You got a tablet sitting right there collecting dust. You got all that weed in the corner. Like, you transferred your asset. You didn't lose your money. You got to understand differently from what they taught you. They got $50,000 sitting in this basement right now, but it ain't in cash, so don't nobody think I got $50,000. Well, hell, let's put all this on eBay and Amazon and door to door. I bet you I have $50,000 in about a week or two.
Man, I appreciate that. And I'm gonna let you go, but before we do that, could you tell the people a little bit more about the Elite Fortune Group? You mentioned a lot already, so if there's an elevator pitch or something you want them to know, specifically about your company, your corporation, any opportunities that may be in it for them, how you can benefit the public, how you can benefit the people, what would that be?
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. I appreciate that. We're actually a group of entrepreneurs. I built this, like I said, because of scammers. I wanted to put a group of entrepreneurs all together in one place that are all working towards one goal is building a legacy. And I'm not talking about making money. I'm talking about building a legacy to where your kids, when teen, they're not doing what the system told them that they gotta strive to go to work all day. I've been coming across kids that are 18 millionaires and they're not even thinking about going to school.
Yeah.
So with the Elite Fortune Group, we're looking to bring members in. I've been a six-figure earner for the last 4 years on the internet, and I want to actually teach people what to do. So I've created software that helps bring traffic to your Instagram account. We're probably doing over 1,800 people a day that we're going out watching their stories, liking their comments,
Hmm.
following them. And all that does is just bring traffic to you. And in the meantime, we teach you how to post correctly, how to put the right copy, how to have captions, actions, and one information in how to convert that prospect to a customer. So we teach this how to become an online marketer. Our whole goal is passive income. So you can do what you love to do because I'm a firm believer that the man upstairs put everybody on this earth for their own niche industry. I don't know why you were put here, but I do know that you could be more of a person if you had income coming in your pocket.
Hmm.
Um, you could become that person that he put you here to do if the distraction of a job wasn't in your way. So our goal is to get you making this money as fast as we can while you're working. Of course, I don't promise anybody you're not going to be overnight, but it's a process. 90 days from now, you should have some money flowing in, and I mean some good money. And we've had three members so far, almost eclipsed that last year, so they should hit it this year. We also, like I said, have the trade house and opportunities to really be hands on and show you what happens every Wednesday. Right before this call, we have every Sunday at 7:30 we have our leadership call. Wednesday, what we call a power hour, and we really get hands on to really make sure that you're searching through Facebook the right way. You're writing your blogs with the right keywords in it, so people are Googling who you are and you're showing up on Google. So we're teaching all of this for just one membership price. So you don't have to go running around finding who knows SEO and who knows Instagram, and like everything is under one house. And then ultimately, after we teach you how to start off other people's products, we start to teach you to create your own product because you're going to make the most money with your own product.
Hmm.
But you can make a lot of money right now off of other people's products. So, like I said, the goal is to get money in so we can pull out who you are. And then once we pull out who you are, figure out how to sell it to the people. And it's been a great thing, man. I've had my best friend join the company recently. I've been doing this company for a little over a year and a half, and he just joined maybe about a month ago.
Hmm.
Uh, hell, I even had to ask him why. He actually just had his child, and that drive hit him. The why,
Yep.
like I have to do more, and
Yep.
you can't succeed if you don't know why you want to do it.
Yeah.
So because you're gonna have to pull on that to take you to the next level. So I'm definitely excited. We do deals usually every quarter. Usually you can find those if you do go to tiny.cc/EFG deal. That will give you all of the deals for the membership. you can go to theelitefortunegroup.com and take a look at all of our products that we have to offer. You can buy them a la carte if you don't want the full membership. As well as we offer the affiliate opportunity with everything I do. As I stated, when every time I build something new, um, I allow every member in my group to make money off of it.
Mhm.
So it's not just me making money. They get the opportunity to resell all of my products and get commission off of it. I'm a firm believer. I tell them just bring me the people. I'll do the selling. You get the benefits. So that's been going quite well, and I'm on a mission with the Elite Fortune Group that I got tired of complaining. I got tired of hearing scams and people stealing and just bad energy and bad vibes. It all got old to me. I built this Elite Fortune Group um, to make sure that I can weed out the people who are scammers and put solid businesses, okay, that do good service in one good place. And I'll teach you how to sell your product the right way. And it's been great. Every member that we have, and they come up with a product, they do have to price it at a point that you can pay the other members for
Mhm.
what they sell. Like, if you come up with something good, I want to sell it too, man. Let me
Yeah.
let me share it too. So with this, I'll be able to build the economy. That is my goal.
Mhm.
Of I know that the problem and the issues that we're having in America is because we don't know how to control our money, our time, and we have no economy.
Mhm.
So what I have going on, it enables me to build an economy, get everybody flowing money. That's what it's all about, is just flowing money hand to hand. So inside the Elite Fortune Group, everybody uses each other's products, and the money's exchanging hand to hand, as well as we're always constantly bringing new people in and keeping the money transferred throughout all of our members. And as we are growing and I'm teaching people how to make money, of course, I have other people that are successful. So we have what we um, have elite investments. That's outside of the Elite Fortune Group. But what we do here is we invest in properties. So
Okay.
I know that's a process in the economy. As I start to teach you how to make money, then I'm teaching you how to invest your money. And then after you start investing your money, I'm going to teach them about life insurance policies, and that's
Mhm.
when we're going to get into the big money. Um, so I'm teaching everybody everything that I've learned from losing trial and error, just taking a step through the process and being guided by a person that's not in it for the money. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the most important aspect of what I believe and what I know that my members appreciate is that having that person that's not here for the money. I'm here for the people. Um, it's nothing better to me than watching somebody's company take off and knowing that I was a part of helping take that to the next level.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel that, and that's something that I definitely want to do. That's one of the reasons I want to do this Flock of Kings vlog, to not only help our Black businesses, but also to help the audience know more about Black businesses so they can do the same thing and so they can support. And so you mentioned a few links. I'll make sure they're in the description. I'll make sure your IG information, anything you would like for me to put, of course, I'm going to have in the description. And this is Dr. Travis Davis. One last question I do have for you, Dr. Travis, before you go. Is there a book, a must read? Like, I'm a reader. Not everyone's a reader, which is great, which is fine. But is there a book that you would suggest that anybody who is even thinking about becoming an entrepreneur should read?
Yeah, let me. Uh, this is one of my favorites. So look, I got
Yeah,
most
I
of
see
the.
you.
Um, so if you want to become, well, not if, when you become an entrepreneur, one of the key things is you have to become a salesman. You got
Mhm.
to know how to talk, and that's the most important aspect. I tell people, if you want to make the most money that you ever wanted to make in your life, you got to learn how to use your mouth. Not in that way, but you got to learn how to use your mouth in your most Successful people in the world use their mouth to make money. Think about your actors, your rappers, your public speakers. They're not doing hard work. They're using their mouth to make tons. So that book that's helped me talk better, I don't have it with me right now. I borrowed it out. Well, it's gone now. But it ain't coming back. But how to win friends and influence people.
Dale Carnegie.
That'll help. Yes, definitely help you learn how to talk. The other book, I love The Slight Edge. The Slight Edge is put that battery in your back, something that you're gonna need. And my book that I make all of my members get, and it will literally help take you to the next level. It's the Mayo Clinic Guide to Stress-Free Living.
Wow.
And I'm a very, very keen believer on you have to learn what stress is and how to eliminate it as fast as you can. Because you cannot and you will not get to the next level if you're bringing stress with you. You have to be able to take in what's going to happen in front of you. And like I say, in my constitution, that's where I wrote this from, was that OJ Clinic Guide to Stress-Free Living. I mean, Mayo Clinic Guide to Stress-Free Living. Because anything that comes out of your mouth of your thoughts, and the book teaches you how to think before you talk. So, I used to curse like a sailor, and I used to say a lot of negative things that I can't, or that ain't gonna happen, or different things like that. But once I started catching myself thinking about the things that I say before I say it, my life started transforming. I started being conscious of those words, and instead of me saying, "Damn, man, like, wake up, the snow's covered, like, and you have to go to work first day. Damn, man, it's gonna be nasty outside," or, it's going to take me forever to get to work. But instead, thinking about what you're saying, and instead waking up, say, man, I'm grateful that I'm up in this snow because somebody didn't wake up today.
Hey.
And I'm grateful to be able to drive in this traffic, and now when you're in the traffic, you ain't even thinking about it. And those little things start to relieve stress, because when you say, man, I got to drive in this traffic, as soon as you get in the traffic, you're stressed, and you already knew that was happening.
Yeah.
Right? Since you spoke it first, you caused stress to happen. But if you was like, man, I'm so happy to get in this traffic because somebody wasn't able to be in this traffic today. Now when you're in the traffic, you happy, man.
Yeah.
Things happen in the office and stuff, it's like, yo, did that hurt me? Nah, I'm thinking before I say something. I get pissed at people all the time. And I've gotten so good with this, I can go curse you out in the most common voice, and I can forget that I curse you out in 5 seconds.
It's not on your heart.
It wasn't, I just had to get my message out to you real quick, and then, look, I'm done with it.
You're able to focus on what needs to be focused on.
Because if I don't, I'm going to stress myself out. I can't even, when stress starts coming, you lose focus on your objective.
Well, Dr. Travis, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate the information. I know somebody's going to be impacted and blessed by everything you shared. The book recommendations, I'll put them down in the links. Even the Mayo Guide to Stress-Free Living. I haven't heard of that, so I'm going to be checking that out myself. And we also going to keep watching the Elite Fortune Group and see how many billionaires you create as you also benefit from it, because I believe that that we're in the water, and every time the water rises, all boats can rise. And so you said it earlier, we should think collaboration over competition, find ways to help one another and make more together instead of trying to do everything and fight alone. And that's one of the reasons I call this vlog Flock of Kings, because when we come together, we're able to do better. And it's math, it's common sense. And so thank you for everything you shared, and we'll be sure to check back in with you another time. All right.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. I enjoy it, man. And I'm looking forward to hearing this up there. Can't wait to promote it. You're doing something amazing here. Don't stop. Keep the grind up. And at any time, anything that I can do to help you out, please reach out to
I will, most definitely. I take people up on that. So I'll be hitting you up, all right?
me. All right, no problem.
All right, man. You have a wonderful night and thank you.
All right, enjoy your day.
All right. Yes, sir. You too.